In this 3 Tip Friday, we talk to you about lower back pain, probiotics and gut health, and how to stay hydrated in this summer weather. Let's go. So the first point we're talking about is lower back pain. A couple of points on this, but there's two different scenarios. The first scenario I want to highlight is that you've hurt yourself from doing some kind of activity, maybe bending something down to tweak your back, and you're struggling to move about the place. That's something for making sure that you go and see a physio and talk to a physio and consult with them about. What we're talking about in this video is lower back pain that you get from sitting all day, getting sore, getting tired, or you've changed your activity. So maybe day-to-day habits have been usually walking around, moving, etc. And then you found yourself maybe driving a lot, maybe you're sitting a lot more, and now you're experiencing some lower back pain. So with that is the cause. Now, the cause has been that, so how do we work our way out of that? So usually from sitting, what happens is your core turns off, you rely on the chair to keep you upright, and you're not actually sitting using your postural muscles. So the first thing you want to do is try and get some instant relief. That means stretching out things like a hip flexor, 2 minutes on each stretch, and your glute using something like the pigeon stretch. Also, though, when you open up a muscle group, when you stretch out, then you've done these exercises that we'll link in the video above, or we'll link down in the comments below to a different video on YouTube where you can click on it and see these stretches in and work for yourself. But as these exercises are relieving, you're opening up your hips, and then from there what you're going to do is you want to reactivate your muscles that have been turned off. So then you want to be reactivating things like your abdominals, your glutes, your obliques, and your lower back muscles, and getting all those muscles coordinating again. This usually takes a bit of effort. Usually you're looking at 3 sets or 3 rounds of these exercises, but rest assured that once you move, you open up those joints again that have been sitting and closed off all day. Once you move and open them up and then activating them out in those positions, that you'll feel and should feel quite an instant release. To make this last though, you need to make sure that within your strength program is that you're doing these exercises on the daily program, and you're also doing them progressively with your coach. So making sure that the coach is programming for you to get stronger, so that even as you're sitting, you're not experiencing this pain, and you're more aware of your body position. So that's a couple of key points on lower back pain. But again, rest assured, make sure that you go and talk to your physio if you think it's anything that's a little bit worse than that. Something that we see typical day to day with clients, but it's important for you to tackle it yourself in due course. Second point is probiotics. So probiotics improve gut health. You need your gut for your immune system, but this time of year when it's a little bit sunny, we usually overindulge in things like alcohol, barbecues, etc., some processed foods, and that's totally normal, that's totally okay. And around this time of year with the high pollen count, you want to make sure that your gut bacteria is quite healthy to help fight that pollen, and for your body to be able to, your immune system, that's the word. Excuse me, for your immune system to be able to combat that pollen count, to be able to combat those bad foods, etc., and still work effectively so that you stay free from colds and flus, etc. Best place to get best bit of advice on this is the Hopsack and Rat Minds, or any nutritionist online. We find the Fit Clinic are also very good, but some of this stuff is some of the bad stuff that you will experience from having a lot of processed foods, upping your intake of alcohol, possibly lack of sleep, and then that causes more stress, is that your gut bacteria can get affected. By having some good probiotics, so usually good probiotics are kept in the fridge, but there's also some, there is a lot of products out there for probiotics that are also quite good for you that aren't stored in the fridge, but just make sure you consult with the nutritionist on which ones are the best. Also, you have something like kefir, which is great. You can get it derived from milk or from water, and that's also great to help. And also supplementing on general supplements like the probiotics that we've already talked about. So the next point we're talking about then is we're talking about hydration. So staying hydrated throughout the day, and especially in this hot weather, it's something that you really want to consider. So first things first is first thing in the morning, you're going to measure your hydration. This is a very easy test to do by just checking the color of your urine first thing in the morning. If it's a very dark color, then you need to make sure that you're getting on top of this straight away, or you're not drinking enough water the day beforehand. So that's the first quick test to do, and just do this every morning and be aware. This tells you how hydrated usually you were the day before and how hydrated you are now. So in the first thing in the morning, you're going to do that and also start hydrating in the morning. How much water to have? You're having upwards of 25 kg body weight. You want to have 1 litre of water. So 1 litre per 25 kg body weight. So if you weigh 75 kilos, you're having up to 3 litres. Anywhere from 2 to 3 litres we usually find fine with most clients, and they find that the urine is becoming clear throughout the day. That's where you want to hold it, but experiment with this again. Some of the implications of this hot weather as well is that you might find yourself perspiring a lot more, so make sure you have electrolytes, enough salt in there as well. You usually get salt from your diet, which is fine, but if you're in doubt, just take a little pinch between your thumb and your forefinger of salt and then drop it into your water, your 1 litre bottle of water, and then drinking this throughout the day as well. You won't even taste it, but it will also help. Some of the effects of poor hydration as well is, remember, poor concentration. Also with poor concentration and brain function, usually stress levels go up as well, so cortisol goes up, and also it's a little bit harder for you to digest food as well. So remember those key points. Make sure when you are hydrating, you're having 1 litre per 25 kg of your body weight, and keep it aiming for 2 to 3 litres and slowly add more on if you find that you're still a little bit dehydrated. So there's those 3 points. We talked about lower back pain, sitting, the causes, changing activity, and possible weaknesses and how to correct that. We also talked about probiotics. This summertime, with all the fun that we're all having, is make sure that you're staying on top of your gut health with some good probiotics. And finally is as well, we've talked about hydration. So to recap, as well as the first thing in the morning, make sure to check the colour of your urine. That will tell you how hydrated you are from the day before or at that time. And also make sure you're having 1 litre of water per 25 kg of body weight. Any questions, guys, make sure to send them in, but hopefully you've enjoyed this video with our 3 Tip Friday series.